Hello and welcome to one of my all-time favourite maps. This one is by Oito, which I think this is the FS25 version that I played. So myself, this is a bit of a challenge. We've done new farmer start without the farm and with only £100,000 appears. So I need to change that straight away. So not sure what I'm going to do. So this one's a bit of a... I wanted a bit of a challenge, but also something to like, you know, like that was not normal, that I didn't actually know what was going to happen, that challenges me to the utmost. So I think $100,000 start when we change it is probably a little bit of a challenge, to be honest. So no holes barred, leasing is allowed. It has to be, yeah. There's no way we can actually do this without any kind of like leasing. So I don't know what we're going to do. We don't own a stitch of property. We shall see. We might actually own. We might actually own a. We do. So and we've got some wood beams. So even though we own absolutely nothing, let's just check. Let's just show everybody. Let's first of all change the settings so that we are actually on American dollars, which seems a bit appropriate. And let's also save the game as a baseline. Change my settings straight away. We will stick interactive zone markers on to begin with, because although I know the map, do I know the map? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Do you really know? So it is on hard economy. Time is slow. We're going to keep automatic save on, seasonal growth, 1 day months, 3 day seasons. We will do that because it's at the very beginning and nothing has happened as of yet. We're not going to do any of this buying. And crop weathering is on. Everything, disasters, the whole shebang is on. And I'll do my 50-50 that I normally do. So let's also save that again. Otherwise, that's all a waste of time. Right, and so then, let me just show you that I have brought you in. I know you saw me like roll, but I always like to sort of show this. You've seen I've not gone anywhere, less than a minute. So we do own one thing, which is quite nice. And it's not battered and bruised either. So it looks like we have got an asset that we can actually sell, which that's quite nice. Wood beams. Do we own any? I mean, obviously, yeah, I can't help this if we've been given anything. We don't own anything. So all we've got is this very item here. Let's have a look as well. I mean, it may have to go to contracts. I can't imagine this earning us any more than about 4,000 or 5,000 max. I seriously don't think it's going to earn as much more. We will, however, look at the sales. That can be a saving grace. This is our back to the wall jobby, so I will allow is to talk to the bank manager on this particular let's play. I've left that stop-start nonsense on, which I absolutely hate. So it is on this first screen. I always miss it. Always. I'm sure it is on the first one. Automatic engine start. That's the one. Fantastic. Right, so then, the sales. Are we... Yeah, I mean, is this going to be good or is it going to be bad? Oh, not too terrible. And that is typical, isn't it? I'd actually like to... I'd like to own some of these. That would be really nice. Well, we could... Yeah, we will. Well, we might get a tractor at this by the time we finish. We might have to sell an awful lot of bits and bobs. So we've got 77,000, so we could afford the Kodiak straight away. We've already got a much better thing for a farmer anyway. So let's... I do like this. I mean, it's sort of given me a leg up that I wouldn't sort of be able to do normally. And I do like this because other than contracts or something like that, really, I do like this new ability that we've got to actually do this. It is quite amazing. And you don't always win either. I don't know if there are collectibles. I just looked on the map by Oito, who I am a massive fan of his work. I did love this in... FS25. It's not got the best write-up, but then again, I suppose I'm not sure like what to. So it's a shame we can't afford that. It is. Yeah, we will buy the shop a telehandler as well, because obviously my intentions are to stay on the map. So yeah, that's the intention, but we do need to get starting first. So I thought it is a new farm start, so obviously you'd expect you to have the farm, but We literally, you saw me come in, but let's just prove that we own absolutely nada. Yeah, because I didn't show you the startup screen where you can see there's absolutely no trickery or green anywhere on the map. So we don't own. Don't know what the prices are like for fields. There used to be a couple of fields that were not too terrible. So we shall see what FS25 has got to bring to the table for this particular thing. It's a little bit of price. So 14,000 profit so far. I'd like to keep that. That would be really useful. The front loader, yeah, it can. No, let's first of all let's buy the shop a telehandler. So this we will add the money for, because this is not me, but it is for anybody to use. But we know that's really me, so we're going to grab what has become my standard, the old Merlot, for the store, because it's got its back 3-point link. So it's going to cost us 96,000 and 98,000 with the 2,000 for the attacher, the attachment that I'm going to choose by NASA. So we're going to add 98,000 to get us right back to where we should be. Fantastic. So we're right where we should be. Let's grab that header. It is a shame, innit? Because, but again, we're earning a bit of cash. That's all. We've got also a vehicle. Not that it's my favourite, but yeah, we've not got a ridiculous Dominic anything yet. So let's grab that. 15.2 meters. That is an amazing price. No. Fantastic. I think we probably will. I was talking about this actually early yesterday, where I said that on certain Let's Plays, when you're back to the wall, I probably would buy absolutely everything and sell absolutely everything, because you know that is the game. Hook up by hook or by crook, whatever we can do legitimately, we will do. And yeah, really, it's quite great, because obviously Giants have only just started this, where you can. Yeah, I would love to, but at the minute, yeah, it's true. No. And we will. It's a shame, because it is a beautiful bit of kit. For a starter harvester, it's still got that beautiful ability of the helianther structure. Well, at least I think it has. If it's obviously got what it normally has, or has had in every other iteration of FS, it is faster. I can't imagine that being removed from this iteration. Not really. I'm not a massive fan of this trailer. But then I'm not a massive fan of anything where they actually go up and block the trailer, because you can't put anything long on it. Yeah, and it also is a bit bumpy. I've used it a couple of times. I'm not really impressed with its design. No, I find it rather a pain actually to use. But apologies to those who like it. Again, it wouldn't do for us all to like the same things. That really is the truth. And what one person doesn't like, someone else does like. Yeah, it is trailer that true. The baler would be useful. But is it too early for that kind of thing? Or we can lease, I suppose. But yeah, it is I think that would be not. Yeah, sort of, not a bad thing to start with, but I think really before we start to think like that, even though I'll probably kick myself in a bit, I think it's right now we need as much cash as we can have, but sometimes, yeah, I think we've got to like leave it and see what is available. So we will buy that. Again, this is a real beaut. So we are going to have to lend 40-odd thousand. Talk nicely to the bank manager. I think that's enough. Nope, it's not. 5 grand more. And that's if the asset doesn't have any options. Yeah, it is a really beautiful bit of kit, actually. I'm quite impressed with it. It's not, although BI Industries we have got a harvester with a just slightly less of a hold, but certainly not as powerful as this. Yeah, this is capable of rather a lot more. Although I've got to be honest, a little messy. In this iteration of FS, it really is capable of far more than you think it can be, including right up to the 60-meter header on level ground. Yeah, I've tried it, and it really does. Ooh. Yeah, but we've got to pay the loan back. Yeah, we've not done that well. But we have done well. Right, so then we've got these two things, which would take 100 grand and only leave us. So I think we're going to have to sell that. I do, which is a shame. Yeah, it is, but we will buy the tractor. We need a tractor. We do. Everything else we can lease, at least for it to begin with, so. Yeah, we'll also see how much that wood is actually worth, but I think it's probably only going to be 5 or 6 grand max, if, yeah. And it's not really much use to us right at this very precise moment, so. Right, so, and you... oh, we're going to have that as well, aren't we? No, 3 point definitely. So, 68,000. So we own a tractor and 94,000. Is there anything we can actually do? Yeah, we also need to repair it. No point having a broken tractor or a damaged tractor. So then, what are you? A 155 horsepower tractor. Very humble beginning, but I do like my masses. It makes a change as well not to have a fence. Yeah, seem to be having a run of having loads of fence on nearly all Let's Plays. Yeah, nearly sold it then. That's not too terrible. Right, so then, what can we do? Yeah, is there any land at all tiny enough that we could actually... Oh, yeah, let's have first of all, have a look at the wood. Wood beam, less than you thought. Yeah. Farmer's market. Best month. We're not going to win it. Well, actually, it's good now, so we ought to sort of like go, where is the farmer's market? Okay, let's go sell that. Oh, it's quite a way away. Still, it is the task. It's all that we can do at present, so let's get it done. Oh, what's that? It is. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I didn't know if it had got any. Ooh, beautiful. Now, it never has such a gift come at such the right time. Well, that answers that question. Yeah, it didn't actually say on the mod hub that that there was any collectibles on it, so I really wasn't sure. But yeah, so we need to keep our eyes open for glowy objects. I think we ought to be turning time up as well, to be fair. Yeah, this field is not a bad one to start with. I have done that before, and so the one by the train station. But again, that's going on the fact that maybe it's the same as before, and we don't really know this. Yeah, it's true. Keeping my eye open for glowy balls. I don't think they'll all be like that, you know, that easy to find. That was a gift, I think. Right, let's keep our eyes on the road. Can't pretend I didn't see it. Oh, it's not what I thought, though. No, it's not. Not at all. I did see the football, too. Okay. Okay. Well, that wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be, but hey-ho. I don't mean it nasty. We've got one. That's all that really matters. We're nearly at our destination. If we get out of the way of this and don't get slammed by a lorry. No, it'll be the other kind, won't it? Yeah, it will. Oh, no, we have got them on, yeah. It's on the other side of here, isn't it? This particular type of one. Yay. So nearly 3,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right, so then. We have options, but it is August. So, yeah, I'm not sure. What are we going to do? We do need to obviously put routes down, even if it's the smallest field on the actual map. I do like starting in the centre. It is true. The ones that we were looking at, this one I like particularly, and it is more than we can afford. Typically, of course it is. Of course it is. But I like this one for one good reason, and it really is that you can... This headland is sort of yours, I believe, which that makes it very useful because it really is. I love it. I've done it once before. I studied the map last time and it hasn't changed a lot. My other favourite sort of field was field 40, but I'd imagine that is also an awful lot more. I've had that long field a long time when I had the normal start. So obviously it's a bit too much for us now. So really, the prices of the fields are quite high. That's quite terrible. We could just about afford it, but that's all we could do. And obviously, it has got crop that we would need to, but we do need to do something, don't we? We can't just, if we don't put grassroots down, we can't even like survive the winter. So really, it is true. Although I suppose it's true. Yeah, I'm trying to think. That we have the sales and we have 116,077. So really, do we hold on to our thing and sleep in the car for the night? It's what I'm thinking. It is. So I think we're going to do that. Go for that option because we haven't really got an awful lot of choices at present. So yeah, we've got not enough cash to really do anything. So we're going to go through to 9 o'clock, which is going to stop almost instantly. Yeah, I know a lot of people are often surprised by this start, but the bottom line is I'm just playing this as you actually would if you haven't got enough cash to actually do the farming. So we have an option and a leg up to buy and sell things. Why have we got $50 property maintenance? We don't own anything yet. Seriously? We're being walloped for things? What is this about? Right, so then. Yeah, I don't think we can afford a second tractor. Definitely not. So, wow. 2 headers. Let's grab you. We don't want that. We want to go without. Yep. And let's get that sold. Obviously, the other thing is that you are at the mercy of the sales. You can just get, but I mean, obviously, hopefully, by going through all of the winter, we really should be able to earn a little bit of cash, perhaps to buy a single field. Because you do need cash besides that as well. And we will grab the Supersys 2, which we might be able to grab with it, even though we couldn't use it. Yeah, this does offer a bit of a sort of we can actually, we can actually grab it, can't we, really? I have done the contract start on this. Oh, that's right. I was going to say it looked like a ramp. I forgot. I was thinking, I'm sure we bought a vehicle, but I don't think it's probably got a hitch. But I might be wrong. I don't think I've actually had it yet. So then, let's have a look. Oh, can it? Well, it's true. We could actually. Oh, I think it has actually. Oh, amazing. Yeah. Oh, I do like it. Very, very nice. And I presume it's also... Oh, it has as well. We may have a punt at this one time. And we may as well buy the two headers. It's very, very... It's not going to be a lot easy, but as I said, really every bit helps. Yeah, it obviously is old school pricing for... Oh, I just had an instinct then. Okay, we should follow the instinct. Ah, your instinct was right. Oh, okay. We obviously did better last time, but it's true. I just had a feeling that I ought to come in here. It did pay off, even if it was a little bit. Yeah, I felt a bit restless. I often do this. I've got finishing a few Let's Plays off, and I'm a good way through. I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and I was like looking at the maps, and I thought, it's WestbridgeHills. You've not actually had a go at that. I thought, but I don't want to just do the same old, same old. I'd like to do something, a bit of a challenge. But no, I was just thinking, would anyone see this as a challenge? Well, it's all unfolding the things that you've got and the elements of the game as you wish to. They're all elements and valid elements, as in whether you have a particular mod or whether you don't, or how you actually use things. Can we do? We can. Fantastic. Yeah, I can survive with one tractor no matter what. It's a bit of a toughie, but it can do a lot, and it has got the front loader option as well, so it can be a bit of an everythinger, which is, I think, if you had to have a single tractor, that really is the... and I do like masses because they do really punch above their weight, really, so that's not terrible. 157,000. We'll leave that. So we could sort of... I'd imagine that field, because it was... Are we going to go for... the 21's the best, but we need to 132, so we could do it. But we can't actually do anything with it. Let's visit it. Has it got... No, this is soybeans. Could we harvest it? We've not got a trailer. We could sort of lease a trailer. We've not got... No, we haven't got a harvester or anything, have we? Yeah, I think it's a bit... That's a bit... We could buy the land, but if we do that, then we've got to harvest. I think what we're going to do is we're going to sleep in the car again till October morning. See what the vagaries of life bring us, and, like, roll with the blows. Yeah, normally my first thing is I will buy a field and we'll put a generator down and that type of stuff. But, yeah... We've then got to... I don't like buying fields and then not harvest. I do it sometimes, but this... I do really want this field to be our field. We may move, though, yeah, because there's not much scope around the centre of town for... So the Grimmy and the Geringhoff. Start with that. And that. And let's get that to do. Yeah, well, I mean, it is. You know, you don't really know what is going to happen, or what's going to drop. You could be really lucky, as I have been sometimes, where you've got really cracking 300,000 items, and you get 2 of them on what. But again, sometimes when your back's against the wall, you really don't know what is going to happen, because c'est la vie. It's often the fact that when your back is to the wall, things don't go your way the same. So yeah, we shall see what we see. Fantastic. 95. I certainly wouldn't say we're doing terribly, but it would be nice to get out of the car and not sleep in the car tonight, really. It would. Now that is a point. Is the actual farm, we did New Farmer Start, so although we don't own the farm, really, the farm should be there. And is the farm in the place it used to be? Which, or should be, I think it's, would be 36, I think. This looks pretty much slightly different, but yeah, this is definitely the farm. So the farm exists, and it's like 300 odd grand. I do like this because obviously it really is a beautiful set of fields all the way around it, which is why I'm saying, although we may start down here and actually we may well move up here, because yeah, I don't know. There are fields around it. We could, last time I did this, I did move down there. Do we actually for once do this? But we're going to need to have a farm. It's going to be a bit scattered more than I'd like, but it is possible. Right, anyway, yes, let's crack on with the business at hand. Of hopefully buying and selling a few items over the winter that can actually start us on our journey to farming. And again, the other thing I love about the sales as well is it sort of can lead you to where you want to go. I like the idea of that, of like you're not, so we do still need to, it's a shame, it's beautiful, isn't it amazing? I was talking about the fence earlier. Yeah, so 20 odd grand. It depends as well if it's one of those with options or not. Yeah, some of them have options that you cannot escape from. Yeah, so we can just afford that. And I mean literally by the skin of our teeth. So, yeah, this is my type of tractor. Gorgeous bit of kit for that kind of cash. It's usually 396 horsepower. Usually. Let's have a look. I didn't pay attention what it was, but most of the time I've seen it, you get the 396 version as standard. Can't tell. So let's get that repaid. So we have made 100,000, which is brilliant. We sold every last thing there is to sell. Do we actually buy the field now, and has it been harvested? That's the really important thing. So I don't really want to do it if it's not. It is, no, not yet. It's this very month, I think. It is still growing. Okay, looks like we're in the car again. Hopefully for the last night. Right, yeah. Oh, no, then that probably will not be long before that is harvested. Let's pop up to the top. Oh, okay. Do like that. painful. We could well do one. Now that I do like. That would be a really good thing to actually own. It would. Thought we could just about do that. Oh, we're going to keep that for ourselves. Not sure about that. Yeah, it's true. I don't know what start we're going to have. So let's just grab this and the header. I do like this as well. It's a shame, but as I said, at the minute, it's no holds barred. But it's typical. I always find that when you get these things early on, like the harvester and that type of stuff, the chances of it dropping again are very, very slight. It's just, yeah, it's 10 grand down the Swanee, with the insurance job for the car. It is true, I was just thinking Frithgar actually did used to do that, which I don't think is a terrible thing, really, that if he, like, damaged stuff or that type of stuff, that he did really charge himself for the repairs, which is not a terrible thing, I don't think. Right, so then, it's a nice tractor this is, but again, well managed with the one we've got to begin with. Yeah, then the other thing is that it's true, you do really have to balance this with certain pieces of equipment are just too good. That's a very good sort of a deal, although BI Industries sells a version that's very similar. The Kaweco. We could, yeah, it would be nice to actually do this, really, and to have this. It's beautiful, yeah, with the Moesca Duo. So that's for us. No, I just had a thought. Yeah, no, we will sell that. Yeah, we've got a mower that's about 17,000. That's like much bigger. So I think, yeah, I'd sooner sort of spend an extra, double this amount and get a brand new one that really is 11 meters. BI Industries, the mower. So we're still 200,000, but we have now got a Kaweco and a tractor. Not that we can use the Kaweco, I don't think. So then, is that field harvested yet? Or do we need to sleep in the car for one last time? We do appear to be, yeah, sleeping in the car once more. Hopefully this is the last night. Just that I thought we could have borrowed the harvester, used it, and then sold that header and that. And it's true we could have done. We don't have a trailer, but yes, it is true. Oh, did they let it wither? Oh, sacrilege! Ah, oh wow, wow. So then, what is the dearest item on the list? Oh, we have. Oh, it's the bad one. Yeah, this is the one that actually does not work. Yeah, it needs. It's not as bad as I thought. Actually, I think I could almost repair that. Yeah, I was doing 2 or 3 different things to it. I don't. It's still in the. I don't think we can actually do anything with it because I don't think we could tow it. Right. Okay. But we can now buy the field. That is at least definitely true. Right. It's a shame. It would be really nice to actually own the Fent. Yeah, it does go against the grain to not do these. That's a good price, that is. I've got to be honest, it's true. There's an awful lot of really good things that are teasing us that we really could have done with. That once we'd like done all of this, you like think, but the trouble is, it is true when you have got no cash. So you'd really to sell them is the best you can hope for, I think, until you. Yeah, I mean, we've got by getting the odd thing. It's not totally terrible. It would be nice to have the telehandler though. That's true. But I don't think it's doable. Yes, I was just saying, actually, I really do like this model. It's very, very low. Really, really nice. Yeah, it would be very nice to actually own it, but... need to put roots down before we, like, worry about that kind of thing. Yes, I'm not sure that we'd stand much of a chance in using this. I do love this a lot, and it is obviously with the right kind of tractor, it's really good, but I was saying this, I actually really love the Ridiculous Dominic one, although it's only like 10.5 meters, and this is obviously far, far bigger. The Ridiculous Dominic one always, it does the mulching as well, so you get your mulch bonus, and I sort of like, I've got to like miss that if you don't get it. It's sort of quite amazing. Right, so we want mulchers, yeah. Thought it was a weeder when I first saw it. Not a mulcher. This I'm going to weep. But we do sacrifice the front loader. But we're about where we were, and we've got a tractor that could use the Oito. Right, so then, well, yeah, we can't do anything with that. Although we can do those, we're going to quit while we're ahead. So 215,000, quite a large tractor, and a Oito. We haven't bought the field yet, but we are going to now. Right, so then, let's visit and let's stick a generator down. As far in that corner as we possibly can. So as we're not wasting any. Fantastic. No, I'm not. No, I don't know what to do really, because it's too good a field for like literally the farmyard. It really is. So, Yeah, we're going to go through till January morning. We're still sleeping in the tractor, though. It is true. I was going to put a house down. I thought, is this going to be the farmyard? This is the bit I'm unsure of, really. Is to the actual farmyard, or do we actually move to the proper farm when we can afford it? Trouble is, we need a field as well. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Ooh, now that is a good price. As is that. Yeah, ooh, so is that. So there's about 4 items here that are really amazing. I think we're going to start with the biggie and see what we're going to get left. We'll start. No, I think we'll work up to it. Things that we don't need. And we will buy that too, because we can sell it. We will buy that as well. Right, okay then. Let's grab and let's do a little bit of buying and selling. Ooh, this is definitely very, very old school. I know it's not the most interesting. It really is. It's not the most interesting start, but ooh, okay. Oh, no, I didn't expect that. Well, I always say what is. Yeah, if you can't do it, it's tough. Can we do a better job than that? Can we, like, choose a better bit to grab? Wow. Maybe just do it. Wow. There's a few times I've bitten off a little bit more than I can chew, to be honest. Yeah, I've been literally inched away with certain items that you think, that'll be no trouble. Well, it's not always that easy. Right, so then. We did actually, yeah. It was short of cash because we literally, bought this 70-odd grand one. Oh. Why is the telehandler damaged already, or is that reading the damage on the... No, why is the telehandler damaged? It's hardly done any work. We've only lugged a few bits of gear around that. Yeah, that's terrible. We bought this brand new. Not impressed. Yeah, I mean, again, I always say this. There are certain bits of kit that are like just too good to miss, really. And I mean, that's 24,000. I mean, that, again, 60% off. The Dalbo, yeah, it's true. We could actually, the BI Industries one, that one, likewise. So I think we're going to, buy... Do we do the Brentner? It's not a swivel axle. Well, yeah, I can buy BI Industries one. It is true. And the Dalbo as well, I think. Yeah, we will. I was going to keep that. But really, of all things to sacrifice, I could afford to sacrifice a roller for a while. We haven't got anything that'll go on, so it means, yeah, I can't see why we would do that. So let's get this lot sold. See what we've actually got when we've sold everything. But yeah, the balers are definite. And hopefully the Fent, but we shall see. Like I say, now we've got the big Massey, we don't necessarily... it is true, one tractor is sort of you could manage, but I always find a team of 2 is, in my personal opinion, the real bare minimum that I would like to start on. But again, yeah, there's trailers I say we can lease as well, so it's not all, you don't have to have one of everything to begin with. Not too terrible. Not too terrible. So, yeah, that 300,000 one, because if we could, it'd be nice to buy all 3 of those, because we're going to need that kind of thing, sort of, definitely. But if I had to sacrifice one, it would be the hands. So let's see what we've got left when we've, like, borrowed the 300 odd thousand. And then paid it back when we've actually bought the tractor. And hopefully, yeah, I'm going to say I got scuppered by one of these a few days ago. So it may be that this is that same one where you get lying options. Yeah, it is. 30 odd thousand. Yeah, and it doesn't add up either. This was the thing that got me last time. If you add that up, where's the extra 30,000? I don't get it. It's fibbing. Yeah, the designs, I do sort of feel, especially in this instance, that it's not really fair because it is lying. So I feel like adding 30,000 this way to sort of balance that out, because it's not fair. It is lying, and it really is as simple as that. So do you know something? Let's do it. Yeah, we will. Let's take that down to the minimum. Oh, okay, we are short by 2,000. And this we do, yeah, we really will do that, because that's fair dues. Yeah, it was this very one. Yeah, it's still not, that's not right. It's a good job we did loan that, because that's really not right. Yeah, what we gained back there doesn't add up to the normal sort of thing, so we really made very little. Even with giving ourselves that, it still cheated us, really, but at least we didn't lose truly. Right, so then I think we're going to have to sacrifice the hands so that we can afford the other things, because we still need to, like, make a start. So that is if it's one of those that, yeah, again, this is another one with options that, oh no. No, it is. This is one of those. Yeah, I'd have thought we could do that. Yeah, all right then, we will. We'll sacrifice the bigger Messi, because it is still a good track to the fen. Oh, well, so much for the 2 tractors. But now we can actually buy these 2 things, and that really is what was, yeah, what was necessary all along. We will do that. We need to do it. I do love the Crown. And we will buy that by BDSSB. Oh, and it comes with 100k, so we won't argue with that. Dolly system. Ah, so it is naturally. If we did that, couldn't we do that with the van? Right, okay. So then, that's not terrible. So we've got 138,000. It is the month of January. We have got the beginnings of a bit of kit really now. So we're still 138,000 to actually play through. Let's go through to... It's going to be a bit of a longer session, but I am really intrigued because it's beginning to sort of take shape a little bit, even though we've had a few twists and turns. We've had to sell equipment. I always like doing this type of thing as well. It's all about decision making, this particular type of thing of like, well, what can we, like a bit like that. You sacrifice the Massey, like it's not where you wanted to go, but it's a compromise that will benefit the farm, so therefore you do it. 10 and 97, we can do that. And another one, they've brought it back. That's a very good price for the Noah, although I don't normally do that. Got the Xerion wood structure again. And that as well, which is also... Oh, so this is a bit special too. Yeah, let's buy that first. We don't want anything. Love the sound of this one. Yeah, and the look. It's a very, very beautiful looking tractor. Well, I think so. Now that we know this is going to be tricky, but it is worth doing. Oh, crane as well. Imagine the last one had the crane too, didn't it? So I think that can have the... Oh, it has. It's got, not only can it have the front lifter, it's also got it on it. So that is a bit... Now, let's try this time grabbing this from the crane end and see if this is the better or the worst option. Yeah, so in a way, although the Massey was slightly bigger than this, it did sacrifice the front loader option. At least this has actually got that option. Not only that, but it's also got that, the ability to, it's got it as well, the actual fitting I can see. So that's, oh, let's drop that. Yeah, otherwise it's going to cause issues with the telehandler. So then. Yeah, we will. I think we're going to sacrifice everything I do for this little lot. No. So we can bale, we can fertilize the spread, and we've got a tanker. Yeah, it's ever so weird. I was just thinking, I'm obviously modding myself, and the amount of ones of these that one of the very first vehicles I modded was a Giants model, and I basically got told that, you know, like it wasn't going to benefit their workflow, and basically got refused, even though it had actually got a changed that the model was actually different to Giants model. But then you see all of these sort of tankers and you think, well, I don't get why everyone else is allowed to actually do this then, when we couldn't actually do it. You know, when I was like not allowed to do this, then how come other people got away with that when I didn't? And some of these are new modders as well, so it's not down to the fact that You know, like, yeah, they're established names, and so therefore giants, you know, like did it. Yeah, it's strange. I don't get it, really. Right, one last month. So 168,216. And we will get on with farming in earnest no matter what over the coming sessions. Yeah, we will. This is just the very beginning. Yeah, one of my sayings is the favourite sayings is about the acorn, the mighty oak does grow from the, and it is true. Oh, the fluffy mods. Oh, the print off. Ah, that's so annoying. Header, a very good value. Can we afford to say no to that? I don't think we can. And that too. Yeah, I've not bought that recently because precision farming. The lumberjack mod, you can actually turn things to, yeah, wood chips just like itself. So I've like not been, yeah, I've not been bothering, which is a shame because normally the Royal Christie, this would be my, oh, I forget how good this is at turning. Yeah, I would normally buy this, would be my first choice. I couldn't wait till this came in the game. And then I sort of found that you could use Lumberjack to do the same. And so I've never like, yeah, I've always used the Lumberjack mod now. Which is a shame. Right, so then, yeah, I think we're going to keep that. Even though we can get the mover for less, it's still a very useful bit of kit. Oh, we've got a baler though. Yeah, it's still good though. Yeah, it's true though in a way. Is it just duplicating? I love having there's certain jobs I always find the ground pickup machines are just better than anything else for. So, and I haven't had the fluffy mods for a while. So I just think it really is not a bad thing for us to own. But can we afford it? We've not seen any Cedars or Panthers. And we are in March now, so yeah. Yeah, we're going to need to do the basics, aren't we, really? Like, yeah, I'm surprised it's true. We've not had any planters or seeders. It's weird how it goes. That's what I say. Sometimes you get loads of harvesters. Other times you get loads of tractors. Other times you don't get any tractors. Now then, so, oh, we can afford that. That is going to do. I'd love to own the print off. If it is the one with the front 3-point and the back 3-point, that would be a real coup this early on. But I don't know that we can afford it again. It's the same thing all over again, really. Yeah, just had a thought. It is true. Sometimes you've got to go out on a limb a little bit. Is it the one with the front as well? Yeah, it is. We can't afford it yet, but it's true. We could actually... I don't think we can afford to sort of say, no, it's a 700 horsepower, 37 mile an hour machine. I think we've got to say yeah. Even though it's going to skin us. But I think we're going to have to sacrifice the fluffy mods. Yeah, I can manage without it. But the header... I think we're definitely going to say yes to that. Right, so then, let's see what we've got left when we've sold all this little lot. which is basically the fluffy mods. Yeah, everything else we're keeping. So we'll see what we've got left. Do we? Yeah, I know what I was thinking. It's a good price there for the header. Can we afford to miss a deal? Yeah, I don't know. There's certain ones that are bigger. I bet you yeah, sometimes. I know what I mean though. I think we've had to make quite a few sacrifices. I think for the fact that we've got the 2 tractors, I think we're going to have to sacrifice this and hope that we get another header. It is a bit on the small side, but I would put up with it. Right, so that is what we've got to play with. We are going to need to... Did we repair this? No, we didn't. Yeah, we need to repair our 2 workhorses. No. Nearly. Yeah, now we're going to need... Oh, I don't know, what we're going to do, a grass start? See, it's not a bad one for, like, cheapness, is what I'm thinking. And we've got the baler. So then, if we're going to do that, it's not a terrible idea. Yeah, I've seen worse. So we're still going to need a lime. Are we going to go BI Industries? We are. So then, we're going to need, well, my standard route would be a plough. So as I've already said, we're going to go for the ridiculous Dominic, because it mulches as well. So why would you not? Which we don't have to, we're going to unfortunately have to sacrifice the stoning. We are going to go for the BI Industries seeder. There's nothing as cheap as this, really. Oh, yeah, that's one that's... So we are going to buy that. Also going to go for the spreader. I've got it's on the side for all of these. All right, I need to turn them around then. That's a testing one. That's the actual one that is in for testing for giants that I think they threw straight out without even looking at it. Yeah. It didn't have the BI. Obviously, it had lizard, but yeah, we will. So we need that for the grass. We've got the fertilizer spreader, which is really for liming. Plough, plant grass, mower, but the grass has got to grow, so we have got a chance to buy a mower. You never know what's going to happen. So this is the team that we're going to start with. And these are the pieces of equipment we've got. So we are going into grass work. We've got the baler. So really, it's probably not a terrible idea to actually get that repaired. We've got mostly BI Industries equipment to begin with, which is not a terrible thing. Brand new plough. Yeah, most of that's all new, so we do need to do the baler. It needs repairing. Yeah, now the one thing is about this, like a lot of the crawler models, the workers don't know how to use it. They're really rubbish with it. Or they were in FS22. It was one of those things that I thought, well, it's got the best steering in the game. Nothing's going to be like that. Well, like, they didn't see it like that. No, they were like really terrible with it. So, wrong one. Yeah, we're also going to need to do the Oito, and we are going to buy the Moesca Duo. Now that's not badly damaged. Yeah, I'm amazed. I love the fact that that is a 700 horsepower monster. So there we go. That was very cheap as well. So that is the starting lineup. We can survive with doing that. If we're going to go into grass, we've got the baler. We haven't got a windrower. If we'd have bought the fluffy mods, we wouldn't have needed one, but we decided to sacrifice it. Sometimes, this is the other thing I love, is you look back at your decisions and think, that was the wrong decision to make. I should have kept that one. And obviously it is like that. So we may have to lease a windrower to begin with, because we may have made the wrong decision. Yeah, really. So all that remains to be said for this first particular session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.